The world has seen countless murders, but one killing stands above all others. One death that has shaped the world. Malekith, son of Anarion, was betrayed. The Elven princes crowned Bel-Shannar as the second Phoenix King. So Malekith brooded and poured his hate into a single cup. Malekith toasted Bel-Shannar, then stepped over his dying body and into the sacred flame of kings. But the fires stripped his flesh, and with a final scream, he hurled himself back from whence he came. His body was taken north, and a suit of armor forged. Malekith was reborn. The Witch King. And in his shadow, legions raised. Decades of civil war followed. Then Malekith embarked on the most ruthless of plans. His sorcerers would unbind the magic of the Great Vortex. Created by Kalador Dragon Tamer and his elven mages, the Vortex siphons the winds of magic, keeping the demon tide at bay. Malekith's spell was flung at the Vortex, but Kalador himself broke through the mists of time to deflect the titanic force back at its casters. The Shadowlands were ravaged, sundered.
You live. You die. You live. You die. Servants, you amuse me.
The dragon with two tails hangs in the sky, and you indulge in petty games.
You summoned me, Your Highness.
You bring this witch here.
She's well versed in lore and prophecies.
She will betray you, my son, as all have done.
She's indebted to me. I have her soul. Step forward, Felicion the Heartkeeper. The comet disrupts the vortex. Whilst it is weak, a prophecy can be fulfilled.
Of a king who consumes the heart of Ulthuan.
My son will take its power and our vengeance.
Find the Oracle. She knows what to do.
I am willing to serve, to earn my soul's release.
The ritual cast, and magic bound within the scrolls of Hecate was unleashed, lighting the dark skies of Nagaroth. The sorceress Felicion was joined by a murderer, one that hunted in the shadows. They looked upon the island across Poison Shore and waited. Approaching the island was all but impossible. Yet the ritual gave the sorceress ingress. Felicion bargained with the Oracle. In exchange for her freedom, the Medusa bade the sorceress to look in the mirror. At the heart of hated Ulthuan, the Vortex was vulnerable. If the Witch King wished to step into the maelstrom and bathe in its power, then his body would need to be ready. A drink from a cursed goblet was required, filled with the life force of 5 victims. The rituals would reveal the prey that the sorceress and her assassin must hunt. An irony that the Oracle was blind to her own fate. Four more rituals, 4 more sacrifices needed to fill the goblet. Then the Witch King may drink and be ready to enter the vortex. More of Hekate's scrolls must be found. The scrolls revealed the second sacrifice, a hated foe. A prince of Ulthuan who had confounded the sorceress once before. The assassin took his blood, and she reveled in death. The chalice begins to fill. But more of Hekate's scrolls are needed to find the next sacrifice. The third victim was also known to the sorceress, but this was no enemy. The pupil looked upon her teacher and saw the true cost of dark magic. Success breeds expectation, and the Witch King demands. Especially when there are others who incite their own rituals of possession over the vortex. In the north reigned the fourth sacrifice. One close to the cold heart of the sorceress. A warrior, an enslaver, a warlord, a lover. Not that her beauty was spared the assassin's blade. The prize of a murdered paramour is not to be given freely. Only a brother could offer a sister such a gift. The fifth and final sacrifice was closest to the sorceress, both in bond and vicinity. She named him Brother. She named him Shadowblade. But he was not the victim. He never was. The betrayal amused one who had watched from afar. The fabric of reality was torn. From the realm of ruin, the Skaven's horned god mocked its prey and revealed his plan. The celestial event that weakened the vortex was of Skaven design. A parody of the true comet. The Council of 13, the Rat Men's highest authority, were architects of this grand manipulation. Its task complete and fuel expended, the rocket fell back to the surface. When the wreckage was discovered, its purpose remained unclear until now. It was the catalyst to weaken the vortex and goad the other races into action. They knew the Witch King would seek to dominate the vortex, but they were ready. Every ritual cast, the magic was stolen, absorbed into the Horned Rat's bell. Now soaked in ritual power, the bell will be moved to Ulthuan's heart. If it tolls 13 times, the Horned God shall emerge from the vortex, the world doomed. While other races focused on controlling the vortex, the Rat Men have been using a cursed bell to steal their ritual magic. There's no time for a murderer to grieve his sister. With Felician's blood, the chalice is full, and Malekith may drink. The liquid inside, no poison this time, but an elixir that will make his body ready to absorb the vortex. But first, a god must be halted. The accursed Skaven. They claim the vortex, their devious schemes twisting it into a portal. If the bell sounds 13, the Horned God steps unto the mortal realm. Forces gather on the Isle of the Dead, where the greatest battle of our age will be fought. A Horned God banished, vermin purged from the island's shores. The Witch King has the prize.
Ulthuan and its vortex are mine.
My son has his revenge.
And so the vortex is ready to receive its dark elf master. A new era begins. But there will always be enemies to fight and wars to wage.
Y eso ha sido todo por hoy, amigos. Si les ha gustado, dejen su like y suscríbanse y denle a la campanita para que YouTube los mantenga informados de todo lo que suba. ¡Hasta mañana! Y eso ha sido todo por hoy, amigos. Si les ha gustado, dejen su like y suscríbanse y denle a la campanita para que YouTube los mantenga informados de todo lo que suba.